Center Ice tonight, Mitch, a crossover game here between Hampton from the Eastern Conference, Moon from the Western Conference. Both of these teams right in the thick of things. Moon right now 3 points out of first place in the West. Hampton 2 points out of second place and 6 points out of first place in the East.
Hey, an important game. You're going to get 2 points for a win, and it's a big 2 points for either if you want a higher seed in the PIHL Varsity Class AA playoffs. Moon's sitting pretty good in second place right behind Mars. Hampton behind Greater Latrobe and Armstrong, and 2 of the top 5 or 6 teams in AA.
Should be a good matchup here between these teams. Again, a crossover matchup, the first and only meeting of the season between the Talbots and the Tigers. A good Hampton team. They're led by Justin Weinbrenner. Justin Weinbrenner is tied for 7th in the PIHL with 28 points. He's tied for 5th in AA in goals. He has 16 goals, 12 assists for 28 on the season. The big 3 for Hampton, Justin Adamski and Daniel White as well. Adamski with 25 points, 12 goals, 13 assists, and Daniel White with 23 points, 12 goals, and 11 assists. Numbers aren't quite as high on the Moon side, but still got some good offensive talent.
Yeah, for Moon, nobody over 2 points a game, whereas Hampton has 2. 5 guys over 1 point a game. Nicholas Hart at 1.5 points per game. Luke James at 1.36. Jared Maxson at 1.29, and Logan Rosser at 1.23, and Thomas Polster at 1.08. So they have 5 guys that are their main guys. They have a pretty solid goaltender in Ryan Durkin as well.
Yeah, Durkin's been strong this season. 9-3-1 on the campaign, a 2.48 goals against average, 9.15 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. Durkin's 9 victories are tied for second most in AA. His goals against average of 2.48, third best in Class AA for keepers with 5 or more games played. His save percentage is second best amongst keepers with 5 or more games played, and those 3 shutouts the 2 shutouts are tied for second best as well. Pretty good goaltending tandem, though, on the Hampton side. They've used 2 guys, but Cameron Bott has been the guy with the better numbers so far for the Talbots.
Yeah, 2.33 goals against average in 5 wins, 13 goals against, 886 save percentage. And you mentioned the second guy, it's Connor Andrews. He's 4-5, a little bit higher GA at 397 and 852 save percentage. In tonight's game, I think the offense is favoring Hampton with their high scores, and the goaltending seems to favor Moon. So it's going to be an interesting game to see. Can Moon get enough offense? Because you shoot a lot of pucks at Bott or Andrews, you're tending to score a little bit more goals. On the other side, Durkin, he's been solid. He's the guy that's going to probably carry Moon. If it's a low-scoring game, you think it's in Moon's favor. If it's a high-scoring game, you would think it's in Hampton's favor. But looking forward to this game. The new home for Hampton, they have moved since
last season, right?
Since last season. So that's why the confusion. Good thing that you were paying attention. We are here at the Alpha Ice Complex where they play some pretty good hockey. Pitt plays here. The Vengeance play here, and this is a very popular ice rink out here in Harmarville.
Yes, the Alpha Ice Complex here, the new home of the Hampton Talbots, and the site for tonight's matchup here between the visiting Tigers and Hampton, who scored 75 goals in their 14 games, an average of 5.4 goals per contest. The Talbots come in 9-5 overall. 18 points, that's good for third place right now in the Eastern Conference. They've given up 47 goals against in those 14 games, which is an average of 3.4 goals per contest. Moon, 10-3-1. The Tigers are 3 points out of first place in the Western Conference. They trail Mars with their 21 points. 64 goals scored for the Tigers. An average of 4.6 goals per contest. They've given up 36 goals against, for an average of 2.6 goals against per game. And these teams have had different results coming into this one. Hampton coming in off of a 4-1 loss to West Conference leading Mars. They lost to them last Monday night at the Barrel Complex, the former Blade Runners in Warrendale. Moon, on the other hand, Thursday night, they resumed after their holiday break and had a very good showing at home, trouncing Latrobe 8-3.
Yeah, and this Hampton squad started out the season 3-2, win a couple, lose one, win one, lose one. Then went 3-0, victories over Hempfield, Mount Lebanon. Then hit a little bit of a stump, losing to North Hills and Quaker Valley, winning 3 straight over Baldwin, Bishop Canavan, and Chartiers Valley before the loss you just mentioned to Mars. So a successful season on the other side. Moon started out 3-0, started out strong, victories over Mount Lebanon, Quaker Valley, Chartiers Valley, 1-2, and then 4 straight wins, a tie, and then 2-1. So they are 6-1-1 in their last 8 games. Excuse me, I'm going to talk to Ted Louisa just a second.
And we take a look as well at this Hampton and Moon series. Moon, as Mike mentioned, defeating Latrobe 8-3 on Thursday night at the Airport Ice Arena. Logan Rosser had 2 goals. Ian Faherty a goal and an assist. And Cody O'Brien 2 assists. A very dominant performance for Moon. They outshot Latrobe 52-20, scoring 5 goals in the second period. For Hampton, they lost that game. We mentioned 4-1 to Mars on Monday night. Spencer Hammett scoring the only goal on the power play. That game at the Barrel Complex. And a tough night for Hampton. And a game that was really close shot-wise. They were outshot 18-17. But there were 3 10-minute misconducts issued in that game against Hampton. And the Talbots had a hard time being shorthanded. And victory to the Mars. And root that is for Mars to get the victory. The series between these teams has been close. They only met one time last season as well. Hampton won that game 2-1 at the Airport Ice Complex. Ryan Durkin, one of the returning players for Moon, was strong in the game, though. He stopped 26 of the 28 shots that he faced. In the 2013-14 season, these teams played twice. They split those games, with Moon winning 6-5, Hampton winning 4-2. And what happened? Oh. Okay. So we're back. Or are we back?
We didn't have our master up, so our producer could not hear us. But, Matt, tell everybody where we're at.
Welcome back to the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmarville. It's a hockey night in Harmarville as the Hampton Talbots host the Moon Tigers. Class AA matchup here between the crossover game tonight. Hampton in the Eastern Conference, Moon in the Western Conference. Hampton 9-5-0 in the season, 18 points, good for third place in the East. Moon comes in 10-3-1. They're good for 21 points and second place in the Western Conference. Now we talked about the teams and the scoring that we've seen from these teams. A Hampton team that's led by Justin Weinbrenner. Weinbrenner with 28 points on the season, 16 goals and 12 assists. That's good for 7th most. He's tied for 7th most points-wise in Class AA. He's also tied for 5th in the classification in goals. Behind him, Justin Adamski has 25 points, 12 goals and 13 assists. And Daniel White, 12 goals and 11 assists for 23 points, the top 3 scorers for the Hampton Talbots. On the other side of the ice for Moon, Nicholas Hart, the leading scorer. Hart with 21 points on the season, 7 goals and 14 assists. The second leading scorer is Luke James. James with 9 goals and 10 assists for 19 points. And Jared Maxson leads the team with 10 goals. He has 18 points, third best on the team with those 8 assists to go with those 10 tallies.
You know, and the thing I like about both of these teams, Matt, we talked about this, is it's even spread scoring between those 3. Weinbrenner with 16 goals, 12 assists. Adamski 12 and 13. White 12 and 11. They dish the puck and score. They're not selfish, just scoring. On the other side, as you mentioned, Hart, he's got 14 assists to 7 goals. James has 9 goals. Maxson has 10. And they all have 14, 10, and 8 assists as well. Another thing about these teams, pretty good goaltending. Ryan Durkin for Moon, 2.48 goals against average, 9.15 save percentage, 9-3-1 on the year. And as you mentioned earlier, Hampton, 2 guys sharing the net. It'll probably be Cameron Bott tonight. He's 5-0, 2.33 goals against average, 8.86 save percentage.
Yeah, Durkin's numbers, they're strong. There's 9 victories, tied for second most in Class AA. The goals against average of 2.48 is third best in the AA classification amongst keepers with 5 or more games played. 9.15 save percentage is second best in AA. Again, with goaltenders who played in 5 or more games, and his 2 shutouts are tied for second in the classification. You mentioned Bott, the goaltending tandem. Bott with 5 starts, Andrews with 9 decisions, but Bott is undefeated, as you mentioned, with the 5 victories. And those 5 wins are tied for 9th as far as wins go in Class AA. The goals against average of 2.33, second best for keepers with 5 or more games played, and his save percentage of 8.86 is 10th best in the AA classification. As we get ready to get this one underway here.
A couple of things, you know, Hampton, as you mentioned, 2 points down from Greater Latrobe. They're in third place in the Eastern Conference. A win here tonight will put them in a tie with Greater Latrobe. Armstrong in first place in that division. Moon is in second place behind Mars, only 3 points down. So a big win tonight by either of these 2 teams vaults them into better playoff seeding. I know we're in the second half of the season, actually the latter third of the season, still some time to go. But now's the time. If you can pile up a couple of wins, you can solidify your standing for the playoffs. If you lose a couple in a row, now you're sitting down there where you're going to have to play more games. You got that play-in game. It's better to get some seeding now. So a big game. It's not for a division title, but the only time they played this year, and it should be an interesting game between 2 pretty good teams.
Yeah, crossover matchup here. Hampton scoring 75 goals in their 14 games played. An average of 5.4 goals per contest. The Talbots have given up 47 goals against in those 14 games for an average of 3.4 goals against. Moon, they've scored 64 goals in their 14 games played, an average of 4.6 goals per game. They've given up 36 goals against for an average of 2.6 goals. We get ready to get this one underway. The Talbots, the home team, will move right to left to get it started, decked out in the home white jerseys with the blue, gold, and black trim, looking like the St. Louis Blues.
Yeah.
Left to right will be the Tigers, the visiting team tonight, decked out in the black jerseys with the red and white trim. Got the old script, if you will. Moon across the shoulder down to the stomach. And our goaltending matchups here tonight. In the goal to our right will be Cameron Bott for Hampton. And the net to our left, Ryan Durkin for Moon.
You might not even need any rosters. You got names and numbers right on the uniforms.
I'm feeling good. I like the fact I feel a little bit of heat, too. Underway we go. Moon with the puck first. They'll move left to right with it, centering the puck here around the near side. And it's going to be Hampton regrouping and taking it out of their own zone. As here come the Talbots right to left. Justin Weinbrenner tries to break the zone amongst three black jerseys. Stick checked by William Meglio. William Meglio out there with Jacob Konechny. And Konechny was able to make the check off of his counterpart in 23. Lead pass here up the left side. Nick Hart trying to break the zone for the Tigers. Fires it back towards the net. Wide here to the near side. And after it there for Hampton's going to be Spencer Homitz. Homitz in his own zone, sends it around to the far side. Jordan Zabrowski with it there. Zabrowski gives it away. Now a pass into the slot. Loose puck coming towards the net. And able to recover there is Hampton's Justin Weinbrenner as Jared Maxson had a golden chance. And Maxson a little bit slow in getting up, too.
Yeah, he got cranked pretty hard, and he's limping off the ice right now. He's got an ankle or a leg problem.
Maxson found that puck right in the slot, but couldn't get the shot turned over. As you mentioned, he took a pretty good bump. Low body check. That sends him off the ice a little bit shaken up. Tigers trying to keep the pressure here in the Hampton zone. Hampton, though, gains possession, dumping it in as Jordan Zabrowski, as Hampton will get a line change. Puck played back behind the Moon net. Tigers trying to break it out. White for the Talbots. Keeps it in, and they were able to touch up and get back on side. Meglio out there now as well for Hampton. Tigers trying to break out here. Lead pass through center red, goes past Meglio. After here's going to be Logan Rosser. Rosser chases this one all the way back down behind the Hampton net. Rosser tries to center, checked on the play, and a good defensive play by Josh Jan. To the right point it comes. Tigers keep it in. Shot back towards the net. And the soft shot there by Thomas Polster was blocked down by the defense. Good job there by Meglio to block it. Back come the Talbots right to left. Hampton feeding it back to the left point. Meglio was waiting for the puck but couldn't receive the pass, and that gives Moon the opportunity to move it out. Tyler Niehaus sends it all the way back through center red.
A lot of play between the blue lines, Matt. Nobody really, not much offense, a lot of defense right now.
Into the zone come the Tigers, and they're going to be whistled off sides, and the faceoff will come back to neutral ice with 14:58 left here in the scoreless opening period.
You know, Hampton started off 3-2 on the season, a couple of big wins over Penn Trafford, Fox Chapel, and then 3-0 midway. They were 6-2 early on before a couple of big losses to North Hills and Quaker Valley, but 4-1 in their last 4 games. 3-1, I'm sorry.
Both teams pretty hot coming in. As Hampton brings it down the left wing side. Homitz tries to drive towards the net. Checked off of it there by the Moon defense. And he talked about his teams only playing each other one time. This will be the only meeting between them. It's a crossover game.
Unless they meet in the playoffs.
Well, that's an opportunity as well, but the only regular season matchup scheduled here. Steal by Hampton towards the net. Backhand feed right in front. Save! Man, that was an unconscious stop there by Durkin on a great opportunity in front for Hampton. As the Talbots, Ryan Bates was right there with Cody Reiser, but unable to put it home. Big save made by Ryan Durkin.
Yeah, Durkin, he looked behind him, too. He thought maybe it went behind him, but it didn't.
Hampton will ice the puck. That'll bring the face-off back into the Talbot zone to our right. 14:09 left here in period number 1. No score here at the Alpha Ice Complex. Go ahead, Mike, you're going to say?
It's okay. We talked about Hampton, and now I'll talk about Moon a little bit. 3-0 to start the season, 1-2 in their next 3, and then they rattled off 4 straight wins, impressive wins over Mars, Hempfield, Norwin, and Penn Trafford. 2-1-1 in their last 4.
Only meeting last season, Hampton won the game 2-1 at the Airport Ice Arena. Ryan Durkin was in net for that game. He stopped 26 of 28. Nice hip check. It's going to be a penalty, though, called out here. It's Handlovich for Moon put the hip into Zabrowski and sent him flying, and the official's going to call Shane Handlovich. Send him to the box for 2.
Well, you know as well as I do, Matt, you've seen a lot of hockey over your time, and one of the deciding factors is special teams play. Now a big chance for Hampton to get on the board first as they go on the power play.
So Handlovich goes to the bin for 2, and Hampton gets our first power play chance of the night. Jan at the left point. Sends it across the ring to the right side. Shot from the top of the circle. Deflected in front. Save made by Durkin. Shot from in tight, stopped as well.
And he got the angle cut down pretty good. As you see, he's a foot or two out. A lot of younger goaltenders will be covering the net, and then they're leaving spots open. He cuts down the angle. He makes two pretty good saves.
And Lovich called for tripping, and yeah, two very good saves. Reiser had a good chance on that follow-up try, and the stop made by Ryan Durkin. Cross-ice pass to the left point. Jan throwing it towards the net, blocked down by Logan Rosser. Puck played behind the Moon net now, battle for it there. Tigers trying to kill off this power play. 1:35 left on the Hampton man advantage. Talbots have kept the puck in the Moon zone so far for this entire power play. Puck held here along the near side. White with it, sends it back to the point. Jan, big blast coming through traffic, saved by Durkin. He absorbs the shot and holds the rebound as well.
Yeah, Durkin's seeing everything right now, and that's the key. The defense keeps things clear in front of him. He's seeing it. If you can see the puck, your chances of stopping it are so much better. It's when you got to dodge in between defenders and you can't see late reactions, but so far, Durkin has seen everything, and he's made all the saves.
Face-off in the left wing circle to the right of the goaltender, Durkin. Loose puck coming back towards the point, losing a stick, but able to soccer style it out there is Luke James. He lost his blade back in the zone, but used the left skate instead to send this one all the way back into the Hampton zone, and the Talbots will regroup with 70 seconds of power play time left to work with. Up the right side, Talbots trying to break the zone. Luke Siriglione into the zone, but offsides is the call, and we'll bring it back to neutral ice.
Yeah, Moon's done a pretty good job, like I said, of limiting the shot angles. They have, I think, 3 shots on the power play. A couple of quality early on, but since that time, Moon's done a good job of keeping it far from the net.
Face off in neutral ice. It's going to play back into the Moon zone. Braden Lang will take it there, and Lang will clear the zone all the way back into Talbot's ice with 55 seconds now left on the Hampton power play. 12:49 on a rolling opening period clock here. No score yet between these two. As we watch Hampton try to bring it back. Skating through center end. Pass comes here to Daniel Grob. Grob into the zone. Grob with the right wing pass there. Goes over to Zabrowski. Zabrowski from the point to the other point. One-timer there. Save made. Loose puck in front and unable to turn it over there. Was Grob on the doorstep. That puck jumped over his stick as he was tied up with Braden Lang. Lang a nice job of defending there because Grob had an open net looking at him. Hampton setting it up. They've had a couple of good scoring chances. Wrap-around try here. Pad save made. Puck goes up and over the net. Good try by Jordan Zabrowski, but the stop made. Deflection from right in front. And Zabrowski's shot goes up and over this time.
Moon getting tired out there now. Tired legs.
10 seconds left here on this Hampton power play. The Talbots have really done a good job of maintaining possession in the Tiger zone. 5 seconds left. Shot towards the net block. Grob after it here in the lower right corner. Grob now along the end board. Skates it back up. Grob to the point. The right side penalty over. Fed back towards the net. Blocked in front. And here come the Tigers back. 2-on-2. Lead pass. Finding the puck there is going to be Hart. Nick Hart down the left side trying to get around a man. Talbot player lost a stick. But Hart keeps moving through. Playing it back behind the net. Battling for it there. Luke James sends it over here to the near side. Hampton comes away with it. And here come the Talbots bringing it out. Rosser makes the steal, then knocks down a Hampton player as well as Zabrowski tried to body check Rosser, and Rosser sent him down.
Yeah, I like the
shoulder.
Like the way Rosser's playing right now. A couple block shots on a power play, and he's very physical, big kid.
Rosser, I believe, if I remember correctly, is 6'4" off of skates, so he's got some good height out there.
4th leading scorer on the team.
Hampton regroups in their own zone. Moon still looking for their first shot of the game. We're almost 6 minutes into this one. Hampton had that power play and had some really good chances, Mike, but as you've seen over the years, the best penalty killer always is the goaltender, and Durkin was stellar.
He did a great job. Made about 5 saves.
Rosser down the right wing side, feeds it towards the net. Shot on. There's the first one of the night. Blockered away by Cameron Bott.
Boy, Rosser's smooth, isn't he? The way he moved around players. He's not only big, but he's fast.
Rosser got a wicked slap shot as well. If the opportunity presents itself, watch him from the point. He can let it fly as Hampton ices the puck. And that'll give the Tigers a face-off in the Talbot zone to our right. 10:41 left here in period number 1. No score yet.
Another thing, too, is Hampton on the power play. They were able to switch defensemen a couple of times, get a couple of line changes. Moon, you're right, the goaltender saved them because they got caught down there about 45 seconds of Hampton just skating around, throwing pucks at nets.
Yeah, they definitely had the penalty kill tired out there. But Durkin was able to stand in and keep his team in it. Comes a chance back the other way. Centering try there as Luke Schwerer was looking for Spencer Homitz in front of the pass just a little bit out of range. Moon regrouping in their own zone. Tigers send it back through center red. Knocked down there at the red line by Jason Reinert. into the Moon zone, and the whistle will bring it back to neutral ice with 10:20 now left here in period number 1. No score yet.
Another thing, too, I think both teams, if you watch, they're playing some smart hockey. They do the small little things. Stop the puck with their feet. Edge it up along the boards. Don't try to do too much. You see a lot of these teams going 75-foot passes. They're just trying to move it and play smart hockey. That's why these teams have winning records. They're very fundamentally sound.
It's been a good matchup between these teams over the past couple of years in 5 games. As we mentioned last year, Hampton winning 2-1. These teams split in the 13-14 season, with Moon winning 6-5 and Hampton winning 4-2. Ironically, the road team winning all 3 of the last matches between these teams, and these teams skated to a 6-6 tie back in the 12-13 season as Moon puts it on net, and it's covered up by Cameron Bott with players piling in front. Tyler Niehaus on the doorstep there.
Yeah, Niehaus, he got a little bit of a shove, took offense to it and shoved back. Hey, you know what? You're going to go into the front of the net. You're going to get hit. Let's face it. It doesn't matter if you're playing ball hockey, if you're playing roller hockey. It doesn't matter if you're playing in the backyard. You get in front of the goaltender, you're going to get shoved a little bit. And, you can't be just coming up there gloves high. You're going to get a penalty on your team. So just take your medicine and regroup.
Long shot from the left point. That one's going to go wide on the offering there by Trey Kirksey. Kirksey shoots it again, this time up and over the net, coming here to the near side, and tracking it down is Evan Bryant for the Tigers. Bryant feeds it around right to left. Along the left wing wall now, players scrum together. Hampton's Zabrowski comes away with it, sends it back to the left point. Battle for it there. Moon trying hard to keep it in, but a nice job by Siriglione to get it out. Now a 2-on-1 develops back the other way. Shot on score! Looking off was Justin Weinbrenner. As he had Zabrowski going to the net, he fooled the goaltender with that look-off and then rips the wrist shot high over the glove-hand side. 9:31 left here in the opening period. The 5th shot of the night, gold for the Talbots. Hampton leads 1-0, Justin Weinbrenner.
Left-hand shot on the right wing. The defenseman went down a little too early, covering the pass, and Weinbrenner said, okay, I'll just rip it, and he did. Top of the circle, he ripped it past Durkin, and Durkin never really saw it. Beautiful goal at the 7:29 mark.
And that was a case there, a very slow developing 2-on-1. Here comes Moon back the other way. Pass comes back to the right point. Shot through traffic, deflected in front, never got through on the shot back there by Handlovich. Now we got to play with the broken stick, as losing the timber there was Logan Rosser. Moon keeps it in tight, shot on, stick to side. And the Tigers trying to make it happen here as they battle. Puck comes back to the point. Nick Hart tries to shoot it on. Taken away by Hampton. Here come the Talbots back again, a 3-on-2. Down the right side, getting around a man. Good centering pass on the slot. Shot on, not going to get their second try, and it's patted away. As Grubb fired it back and a big hit behind the net, but Hampton generating a good scoring chance, and I don't think that Durkin saw that shot. Grubb just shot it off his right pad.
Well, it just seems lately Hampton's coming in now. Moon's defense is backing up and not really challenging them, and Durkin's taking the brunt of it.
8:28 left here in this opening period. 1-0, Hampton in the lead. Justin Weinbrenner netting his team leading 17th goal of the season. Assist on the play.
Alex Michael.
To Alex Michel.
Michel, is that it? Okay, my fault.
Who was the beneficiary of just kind of floating that puck up the ice and having that slow developing 2-on-1 take place. And it was a great job by Weinbrenner to use Jordan Zabrowski as a decoy, because as he looked off to Zabrowski, the goaltender looked that way as well. He drew the defense and then snapped the wrister home. 3-on-2 back the other way. Now the Tigers left to right. Here they come. Opportunity for Bryant. Puts it in front of the net. Backhand try. Knocked away. Moon's had some zone possession, but have not had a lot of chances to get through. The shots they've taken have been blocked by the Hampton defense. Only one that has gotten through to goaltender Cameron Bott so far.
Every time they seem to have a break, Hampton does good at getting back, and it's 1-on-2, 2-on-3. Hampton's not letting any odd man breaks. Anything in the corners is quickly outed. Hampton has a really good breakout right now, and the play is favoring them. They're saying right now shots 5-1 for Hampton. I think it's probably a little bit more than that, but as they put them up during different times of the game, I would think it's probably like 8-2, 9-2, something like that.
Sounds about right. Face-off to the right of the Hampton goal, and the Talbots win the draw in their own zone. Trying to break the puck out here, Zabrowski. Zabrowski playing it through center red, and Moon comes away with it, only for a second, though, as Weinbrenner finds room. Weinbrenner, he's got some size to him, too. I think he actually might be taller than Rosser.
Yeah, Weinbrenner and Ross are the two biggest kids on the ice for sure. But, I mean, Weinbrenner the most points on his team. You could tell he's one of the leaders, just the way he plays the game. And on the other side, Rosser, just a big kid, big shot, a lot of assists, some goals, a strong defenseman. He's out there every other shift.
Hampton plays this one into the Moon bench. The face-off here.
If you're Moon, you just got to stay the course a little bit. You withstood the power play. You gave up a tough goal on a 2-on-1. And you're only down 1. You've been outplayed a little bit here in the first 9 minutes. But it's time to regroup.
Face-off here at center red. And it's won by the Talbots back into their own zone. Meglio after it there. Going to play it around to the right side. Alex Michelle finds it there. Michelle brings it back here to the near side where Matthew Easler will take it. Easler up in front of his own bench, feeding it back in now to the Moon zone. After it, there's Rosser. Logan Rosser regrouping back behind his own net, going to skate it all the way around to the far side. Loses his edge on the outlet pass. Gives Hampton the opportunity to keep it in, but Moon on the second crack, able to move the puck out, and after now is Evan Bryant. Turnover here. Opportunity. Neos shoots it back towards the net and misses. Rosser joins the play. Driving down the right wall. Wasser back behind the net. Rosser trying to get around the defense. He's going to do it all the way from right to left side. Now sends it back behind for Evan Bryant. Bryant battling for it there, trying to take the puck away from the Talbots, but they're able to regroup in their own zone. Players scrum together. Rosser finds the puck, able to keep it in. Rosser trying to make that pass. Jumping in and joining it, here's Nick Hart. Hart shot to the net. Stick save made by Bott. A tough save to make through traffic, but Bott able to stick it aside. Rosser at the right point, shoots that one through traffic, and it's blocked by Hampton, and a chance for Grob back the other way. Grob down the right side. Backhand shot. He misses the net. Good try by Grob with good speed, and he ends up just missing on that opportunity, and now we see the game open up a little bit here. Interference call going to be coming up here against Hampton as Moon brings it back.
Not a smart play at all. Not a smart play at all.
Bryant into the zone with Jared Maxson. Maxson trying to center, comes all the way to the left point. Luke James has it there. James centers, and it's touched up by Grob, so Moon will get their crack with the man advantage, trailing 1-0 here with 5:44 left in the opening period.
Ryan Bates, I don't know what he's thinking. I really don't. I mean, it's a breakout, and I know you want to stop the breakout, but he just came right from behind the guy, took his stick, and completely tripped him. I mean, blatantly in front of the referee, not a smart play at all. I mean, the defense was there. It wasn't going to be an odd man break. The guy didn't even have the puck, so not a smart play, and Moon gets to go on the power play.
First try with the man advantage for the Tigers here, trailing 1-0 with 5:40 left here in period number 1. Tripping the call against Bates. As the Tigers regroup in their own zone.
And Moon just started getting some speed and really started getting the better of the play there for a second.
Trying to move the puck ahead here was Hart, looking for James. James will have to chase it down here in the near corner, tries to drop it back. Kirksey had it for a second. Centering try. Coming back to the point here, Joe Sell after it. And Sell watches as it's cleared away by the Hampton defense. Good job by Zabrowski.
Yeah, Moon can't get set up in the zone right now. They're trying long outlet passes. It's not working. Hampton keeps intercepting.
The Tigers through neutral ice. Luke James, little drop pass here, going to go to Nick Hart. Hart along the left wing board, shot to the net. Stick save made by Bott. Shot from in tight and hitting the post. Follow-up try, shot on, hits another post. Kirksey trying to make it a third chance. Cross ice pass, big blast, saved by Bott. Kirksey gets it again, another shot, blocked this time by Zabrowski. Moon with 2 posts, a block shot, and a nice save by Bott there. A golden chance for the Tigers, but the special teams of the Talbots with a little bit of luck keep them off the board.
Yeah, I believe one of the shots, the second shot hit a skate in front, but the first one was definitely crossbar or crossbar post combined, and the sound that it made, it came straight out, made you think it went inside the net, but it didn't. It hit the crossbar post, came back out. They thought they had a goal. They did not, and it's still 1-0.
Yeah, Luke James thought he scored. He was looking in disbelief after that, but it was kept out by the post, and then Bott with the save, and then a block shot by Zabrowski as well. 50 seconds remain here on this Moon power play. Trailing 1-0 and trying to get back into the game here. They've gotten 3 shots so far on this man advantage. Fanning on the shot, though, on the left side was Rosser, and it's knocked down with the glove and sent back through neutral ice. Weinbrenner going to give chase here. Weinbrenner shorthanded against Sell. Weinbrenner takes it, centers it, and has it stolen away by Luke Houston.
Boy, he's strong. He just fought the other guy off easily and took the puck away from him.
Moving it ahead now. Opportunity back. Here comes Reiser. Shorthanded. Taken away by the Tigers. Shot here. A rising wrister there by Polster. Goes up and over the glove side and hits the glass. 7 seconds left here in the Moon power play. They've cut the shot differential from 6-2 to 6-5, but Hampton finds that loose puck, sends it all the way back to the Moon zone, and the Talbots kill the power play. So both teams now 0 for 1 with the man advantage.
Moon evening things out just a little bit on that power play. Got shots up to 6-5 now, so got the better play for the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Spencer Hommitz trying to bring it back, trying to get around 2 defenders. Unable to do so, and now Hampton will have to touch up and get back on side as Moon tries to break out. Skating across center red, it comes with speed. Shot to the net, save made as Bryant drove to the net on that one. Polster with the shot, and the stop made by Cameron Bott, who stopped all 6 shots he's faced so far.
Well, these teams both can really skate. It's a very good skating game right now.
Steal through the neutral zone by Cody Reiser. Reiser trying to drive down the left side as his pocket picked from behind by Tyler Niehaus, and it's sent back to center red. Hampton finds it there. They'll dump it back into the Moon zone, and that'll force Braden Lang back behind his own nets to track it down for the Tigers and try to bring it out here up the near side. Alexander Rapinoe on. Rapinoe battling for the loose puck. Talbots come away with it. Outlet pass. Finding it through center red for a second was Siriglione. Now Rapinoe watches it bounce back into his own zone. And in neutral ice, Jared Maxson makes the steal, but offside was James, so the Tigers have to wait to touch up and get onside.
It's kind of like the first 5 minutes of the game. Back and forth, skating. Both teams playing good defense.
Siriglione shot towards the 5-hole. Pad save made by Ryan Durkin there. Able to keep it in now. Opportunity trying to make the setup with Zabrowski looking for Weinbrenner. Couldn't turn it over. Weinbrenner in the circle. Shot on stick save made. Rebound in front. Backhand try blocked.
Boy, does Weinbrenner have a heavy shot, doesn't he? Man, he lets it go, and it just makes a sound when it hits the pads.
Good wrist shot there. Better stop by Durkin. And then you see the chemistry there, too, between Weinbrenner and Zabrowski. As Maxson brings it back for the Tigers. Maxson in the left wing circle, puts the puck in front, and it's out of the reach of Nick Hart. Comes here to the near side. Hart playing it back behind the net. Luke James has it there. James centering pass. Hart right there, and his shot goes up and over the net. I don't think the goaltender Bott saw it. The defender had his back turned as well.
Puck was bouncing just a little bit. Wasn't flat on the ice.
1:20 left here in this opening period. 1-0 Hampton in the lead. Justin Weinbrenner's 17th goal of the season, our only tally here so far.
These teams take turns being a force on offense. Now Moon's starting to push it a little bit, and Hampton's just dumping it to center ice and really not getting any offense.
Been a close and competitive one here so far. As you mentioned, Hampton had the better of the play early on. Moon with the man advantage, getting some shots back in their favor. 8-6 the shots on goal right now in favor of the Talbots. And Hampton will ice the puck, stopping the clock with 50.6 seconds left here in this opening period. Draw move back in the Talbot zone to our right.
When you get 2 good teams like this, they both can skate. They both have guys that can control the puck and move with the puck on the wing and get shots on net. Both good goaltenders. And this we're going to see in the playoffs. 2 solid teams, well-coached teams, fundamentally sound teams. It's a pretty good game.
Face off to the right of Hampton goaltender Cameron Bott. Talbot's winning that draw. Daniel White brings it around here to the near side. Hampton sends it back through center red. Handlovich regroups at his own blue line for the Tigers, trying to get an outlet here through center red again. Stolen back by Hampton. Moon trying to get it back out, ducking underneath of a check. There's Houston. Houston trying to move the puck ahead. You're looking for Thomas Polster. Polster can't break the zone. Houston finds it down the left wing side. Gets around a man. Houston knocked down as he pushes it towards the net. Loose in front. Backhand try from in close by Joe Sell, and he just misses there. That bouncing puck almost got the best of the Talbots.
They've been struggling getting it out of their zone now. Moon's definitely took the better of the play in the last 6-7 minutes.
Sell, a heavy slap shot from the blue line as the period winds down, and there's the horn to end. Period number 1. It's been a good one here so far from the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmarville. Your score after 1, it's Hampton 1, Moon nothing. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to 2015 and watching 2016. Calendars changed. PIHL High School Hockey here on the MSA Sports Network.
Right now, when you refer a friend to open a new personal or business checking account at First Commonwealth Bank, you can earn a generous cash reward. It doesn't even have to be a friend. Could be a relative. Could be a Bruins fan. Could be that guy over there with the weird hair thing going on. It doesn't matter. Refer anyone to open an account and it will really pay off for you. They'll even get a cash reward themselves, no matter who they root for. First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Learn more at a local branch or visit fcbanking.com.
Attention all teenagers in the South Hills. If you need something to do on a Friday night, look no further than the TGIF Skate at the Mount Lebanon Ice Arena. Featuring a live DJ, big screen TV, special effects lighting, and games from 8 to 11, it's the place to be this winter. Mount Lebanon Ice Arena also offers an after-school skate for younger children, Fridays from 4:30 to 6 p.m., and a full range of instructional programs for all ages. For more information, call 412-561-4363 or visit mountlebanon.org.
Own your piece of hockey history with a Penguins game-used jersey. Visit J&J Distributing at www.jjdistributing.biz and check out one of their largest selections of Penguins game-worn jerseys from your favorite Pens, past and present. Or call 724-752-1556. J&J Distributing buys, sells, and trades some of hockey's most prized possessions, including the Penguins game-worn jerseys, Penguins practice jerseys, minor league jerseys, and new and game-used equipment. Browse their inventory today at www.jjdistributing.biz. When looking to replace your
Back here at the Alpha Ice Complex, getting ready to get period number 2 underway. Moon and Hampton, the host Talbots leading by the score of 1-0 alongside Mike Azadian and Matt Vandriak with you as PIHL Hockey 2K16 is on the MSA Sports Network. Good first period, very even first period. The only difference, the only goal of the period, the tally by Justin Weinbrenner, his 17th.
Yeah, and Weinbrenner with a wicked wrist shot, right side, left shot, top of the circle. He just beat a very solid Ryan Durkin, who played a very solid first half and a solid second half to the period, was Cameron Butt. Both goaltenders saw 8 shots, and only one goes by. We got another penalty, and this is going to be on Hampton. It's going to be number 81, Ryan Bates, his second penalty of the game. Ryan, get under control there, buddy.
Bates watches as Moon brings it back now, right to left. These teams switch sides. Called for tripping, his second tripping call tonight. Moon back to the man advantage for the second time. 0 for 1 are the Tigers. Right to left they move here. And Hampton able to force the puck out. And now pushed back in by the Tigers' Nick Hart. Scrum over there on the far boards. Kirksey joining it as well for Moon, trying to force that puck down the far wall. Kirksey after it back behind the net. Circles now back up. The right wing side coming to the right point. Shot coming through traffic. Redirect in front. Pat save made and a good one by Bott. Off that redirect try from right in front by James.
And it also went off the defenseman's stick as well. Spencer, I believe.
Rosser shoots it from the low left circle. Pat stop made again by Bott.
The worst thing you could do as a defenseman is put your stick down in front of the goaltender and deflect the puck. But fortunately, Bott was right there.
Rosser skating through it, checks, passing it over to the right side. Kirksey with it. Checked off the puck as he dumps it down the far wall. Nick Hart after it there. Hart using his skates to move it back towards the point. Stolen away, and the puck played back into neutral ice. Good job by Homitz, and now Homitz with a shorthanded try. Homitz makes the steal. Homitz going to go to the net. Poke check there, and a penalty coming up. As Durkin poke checked him, but a tripping call going to come up against the Tigers. And that'll even things up for 39 seconds before the Talbots will get an abbreviated minute and 41 seconds of power play time.
Well, Moon now 0 for 2 on the power play. What I really liked about Hampton on the penalty kill, they were very aggressive, Matt. They're going to the puck in the corners, forcing Moon to pass quickly, and Moon had some problems passing the puck, weren't getting really good open shots. When you're on defense and you're moving, you cause the offensive team to maybe pass quickly and make passes they don't want. So very good penalty killing by Hampton.
Face off in the Tiger zone. 4-on-4 we go for 34 more seconds. Joe Sells, the man who's called. He got called for the trip. As Weinbrenner brings it back with an open ice out there. Weinbrenner extra dangerous in this 4-on-4 situation. Moon, though, hustling to try to get it out. Weinbrenner can't keep it in. Actually, he was able to keep that puck in. As jumping on there to chase after it was Siriglione.
He's quick, isn't he? He's probably one of the smallest guys on the ice, but very fast. Good penalty killer. And he's open now. Look out.
Alex Michel trying to throw that one ahead, looking for Siriglione. Too far, icing the call. Going to bring it back into the Talbot zone to our left. Michel getting the assist on the opening goal of the game, the only goal of the game so far. Scored by Hampton's Justin Weinbrenner.
Reglione is the captain of this team. I've seen him play before. I like his game. He's got 6 goals, 12 assists, and 1 power play goal on the year, and I love the way he skates.
But you mentioned the speed is evident.
And that's what this game is about.
Hampton will now have a power play to work with here for 1 minute and 15 seconds as they regroup and set up in their own zone here to our left behind goaltender Cameron Bott. Talbots bring it out up the left wing side. Puck chipped ahead there and returned again at the line. Good job defensively by Moon's Trey Nihas. Back into their own zone. Here comes Hampton now. Kyle Spencer sends it up the right side. He's looking to try to make the connection there to Ryan Bates. Played all the way back into the Talbot zone, and the goaltender there, Bott, will just play it back behind the net. Pressure here, though, by Houston. Luke Houston after it there for the Tigers. Talbots will break it out, but that forecheck has killed valuable clock. Comes Weinbrenner up the left side. Long shot coming, knocked down with the glove by the goaltender Durkin. Then played here to the near side to where Weinbrenner finds it. Weinbrenner looks it over, skating down the right wing wall now. Weinbrenner takes it back to the point, drifting to his left. Shot coming on through traffic, blocked in front. Loose puck in the circle, and it's backhanded out and cleared. Good job defensively there by the Tigers' Tyler Nihas. And we have a whistle on the play. As we have an injured player, Handlovich. You may have been hurt blocking that shot.
Yeah, it's possible we did. You know, Matt, I was just looking. We talked about the standings. Well, we got some time now. Hampton in third place behind Armstrong and Greater Latrobe. They're in third place in the East Division. In the West Division, Moon in second place behind Mars. Of the top 6 teams in AA, Armstrong, Greater Latrobe, Hampton, Mars, Moon, and Bishop Canevin. Now I've seen 4 of the 6. I saw Armstrong and Bishop Canevin play in a mess of a game that me and Sean Myers had. I think it was a 9-8 game. Both Armstrong and Bishop Canevin, solid teams as well, but I think Hampton and Moon may be a little bit better skating than those 2 teams. Armstrong 12-3, Bishop Canevin 9-5. It should be interesting to see coming up in another month and a half the playoffs. Some pretty solid teams in AA. Just mentioned them. Don't forget about Latrobe sitting at 10-4. Of course, Mars at 12-3. Those are your top 6. Quaker Valley up from A. They're 9-6. And can't forget about Plum. So it should be a pretty solid playoffs. I don't think anybody, you're going to forget about anybody in this playoff. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night once it comes to it when you talk about these top 8 teams. That's
very tight, too. It's 2 points separating Baldwin and Quaker Valley from 4th and 5th in the Western Conference. Just 3 points between Plum and Fox Chapel in the East.
Yeah, so the playoff teams should all be over 500.
One of the parts of the realignment for the PIHL and
hand pass? No, hand pass, pretty sure.
I think it's going to be, I think the player touched the puck before he was out of the penalty box. He's going to go right back in.
Oh, boy. That's not good. He's pointing him in. He's not taking it.
Yeah, Sell was coming out of the box and had 1 skate still in when he played that puck.
Yep.
So he's going to get called for a delay of game, and he's going to go right back into the sin bin.
Yeah, you just got to be smart. That early on, these teams are playing technically smart. Now, little mistakes like that, 2 not very good penalties by Bates, dumb penalties by him.
So here comes Hampton right back onto the power play. Wrist shot coming through traffic there. And the save made by Durkin. Called interference for Sell playing that puck before he was fully out of the box. Puck comes around here to the near side where it's controlled. At the point by Spencer. Spencer from the right side to the left. And at the left point, the pass goes to Josh Jan.
Watch Weinbrenner on that far post. Now he's in front.
Jan at the post, at the point, steps into a big blast. That had Durkin beat. He didn't see it, but it goes wide.
That's because Weinbrenner's parked right in front of him.
I think Weinbrenner might have got a piece of that shot, too. It might have hit something in front. Yeah. Durkin never saw it. Jan, he's not afraid to shoot from the point. On the left side, centering feed. Comes over here to the near side. Jan will chase that puck down, playing it back into the Talbot zone. Nice look right in front. Saved by Durkin in front. Follow-up try. Durkin with a stop there as well. 2 golden chances from right in front for Hampton. And robbery there by Durkin as he dove with the blocker to knock away that second try.
I'm not sure who it was, but Luke James, I think, or somebody in front, just waited too long to shoot the puck. You got to get rid of it right away.
85 that had that second chance there. White, and he was robbed.
Right, it was White. The pass was right to him. He waited a split second to gather the puck. You got to one-time it. And the goaltender got over there quickly, did Durkin to make the save. Big save by Durkin.
Jacob Konechny now will feed it back behind the Hampton net. With 20 seconds left here on this Talbots power play. 2 golden scoring chances, but 2 big saves by Ryan Durkin. Puck played back into the Tiger zone. After it there for Moon is Rosser. Rosser reverses, and he's just going to send this one the length of the ice to kill off the remaining 5 seconds of back-to-back penalties that Joe Sell. This time Sell will be all the way out of the box before he plays the puck. Moon down low, opportunity. West and James working together. Hart, that is, and James working together, and could not quite put it in. There's a chance back the other way. Zabrowski to the net. Wrist shot coming, blocked. Rosser blocked the shot. After it here, penalty coming up. As head into the box for the Tigers is going to be Cody O'Brien. And it'll be a power play again. 3 consecutive power plays here for the Talbots.
0 for 3 so far, but Moon just keeps committing penalties. And I'm really surprised they didn't get Hart. Hart really went after a guy in the corner. Knee on knee a little bit, shoulder on shoulder. Kind of lunged at him, and they missed that call. And now going into the box, that's going to be Cody O'Brien. And you can't just kill penalties. You just can't keep taking penalties back to back to back to back. It really taxes your defense and your goaltender.
4th power play try of the night here for the Talbots. They're 0 for 3. I mentioned the goaltender. Durkin's a big part of the reason why Hampton hasn't been able to break through on the power play. O'Brien called for the trip. Hampton trying to generate some offense here. Weinbrenner with the only goal of the game. Drives down the right side. 1:35 left in the power play. 10:30 left here in the second period. 1-0 Talbots lead. Michelle breaks the zone. Here comes an opportunity now for Michelle. As he drives down the right wing side, does Alex Michelle. Dropping it back to the point, trying to find Jacob Zek. Out of his reach, all the way back into the Talbot zone. They'll regroup. Michelle skates through center out, crosses the circle, now into the zone. Down the right side, fans though on the attempt to pass on his pocket, picked by Houston. Houston can't clear. White will keep it in. White trying to find a avenue here down the near side of the ice. Knocked off the puck though, and Moon will get it back out. Trying to chip it to himself here, Luke Houston. Houston fakes back behind the net with a shorthanded effort here. Houston all the way around to the far side of the rink. Houston bumped off the puck and then tripped up, and a penalty coming here as Jacob Zek will sit down, and that's going to even things up with 50 seconds left on this Talbots power play. They're 0 for 4.
I was just going to comment on Jacob Zek. I'm looking down. He's got 1 point. The reason he's out there, he's the next biggest guy on the team to Weinbrenner. Weinbrenner just spent 1 minute and 40 seconds on the last power play. He's a little bit tired, so they send Zek to the front of the net. He comes back down on offense, checks a guy without the puck, then turns around and trips him. Not smart. Again, you got to be able to play a little bit smarter than that in these situations. These 1-0 games. Now Hampton 0 for 4 on the power play, and third opportunity coming up for Moon.
We'll go 4 for 4, or 4 on 4. That is for 50 seconds. Shot to the net, absorbed there by the goaltender Bott, and he'll hold on to it on that shot there from Trey Kirksey.
You just got to be smart. And most coaches can accept bad bounces. You can accept things going wrong at times, but just not playing smart really hurts your team.
Kirksey from the draw sends it back behind the net. Centering feed, and it's taken away by Hampton. Here come the Talbots back the other way. Crossing the line and then tripping a little bit there, Zabrowski. Sending it back behind the net, though. And we go 4 on 4 for another 24 seconds. Bouncing puck played through center end, bouncing up in the air, now in front of the Tigers bench. Rosser trying to move it on into the Hampton zone. Rapino will take it and send it all the way back into Moon Ice. Tigers maybe just waiting out these last 10 seconds. I'm going to go to the man advantage for 1 minute and 10. On the right side, here comes Moon. Rosser drives, centering feed there, and the pass just past the intended recipient. Big shot on shoulder, stop made by Bott. I don't think he saw that shot from Kirksey, but he made the save.
He looked behind him and see if it went by him, but you're right, he made the save. Traffic in front, Moon smart, they went right to the net.
55 seconds left here on this Tigers power play, which would be their third of the evening.
Yes, it is their third.
They're 0 for 2. Puck played back behind the Talbots net. Hampton after it. Moon trying to keep it in the zone here and generate some scoring chances. Kirksey along the boards, gives it away. And Hampton able to Sent it the length of the ice as Luke Siriglione clears it, and now almost a mistake there. Durkin almost had his pocket picked.
He's 15
by Ryan
feet
Bates.
out of the net. Got to be careful there. You're not going to win battles against offensive players.
Siriglione steals. He'll bring it back into the zone. Now drives it back out, passing to Bates. Hart going to find the puck. Here comes Nick Hart. Hart looking for James. Back through the neutral zone it comes. Sell with it there. Sends it to the far side. Moon got to get back on sides. And that gives Hampton the opportunity to clear. They almost gave it away, but again, having to touch up with the Tigers. Polster drives in, gets bumped off the puck. Good open ice hit there by Michelle. And he sends the puck all the way around to the far side, and the penalty is over. The Talbots back to even strength, so both teams now 0 for the evening with the man advantage.
Yeah, good job by Hampton on the penalty kill. A lot of good forecheck, very fast forecheckers, forcing Moon into a lot of mistakes.
7.5 left here in the second period. 1-0 Hampton in the lead. Justin Weinbrenner, 17th of the season, our only tally here so far tonight. Moon with the puck, backhander through traffic, save made. Sell was able to make that stop on Lang's backhander.
Moon's had some quality shots, and now lead shots.
Shot save, rebound, can't turn it over. Good opportunity there for Nick Hart. Stop was made there by Bob, but he couldn't control that rebound. It's like it fell out of his glove.
Exactly, but Moon's starting to take over a little bit now, leading 16-11 in shots. Hampton with only 3 shots this period so far.
Puck played back into the Tiger zone. They'll flip it over to the far side. After it, there's Nihas. Dumps it back into his own zone. Outlet pass, almost picked off. Second crack at it here for the Tigers. Puck deflected there by one of the Talbot defenders all the way into the Talbot zone, and it's going to be an icing call.
Well, one thing that I've noticed in this game, especially in the second period, is the passing is just not there. A lot of wild passes from deep in the zone, trying for that big one-timer. In a 1-0 game, I know you want to get that goal, but most of these passes are getting tipped. You're not hitting them, and then the puck's coming back the other way. Everybody wants to go for that big home run pass, Matt, and it's just not happening for either team. And I think they need to go with the short passes and break out a little bit more, but the teams have gone away from that.
Face off to the left of Moon goaltender Ryan Durkin. Comes back to the point. Big shot through traffic. Blocked, loose in front. Turnaround opportunity. Blocked as well. As able to get in front of that second try was Kirksey. Heavy shot by Reinert from the right point was blocked the first time around. 6:23 left here in the second period. Moon brings it in. Centering feed. Going to go behind everybody. Following on. Kirksey with the blast. He scores! Jumping on the loose puck was Trey Kirksey, and he blasts a heavy slap shot from the top of the near circle past the goaltender bot. We have ourselves a tie game with 6:17. Trey Kirksey, what a shot.
And Jason Reinert was skating in front of the net about 10 feet out. He crossed over as that puck was coming over. Bot never saw it, and that's exactly what happened. A tough thing for a defenseman who kind of turns around and he's skating one way, and the puck goes by him, and the goalie never sees it. And that'll be at the 10:47 mark.
And for Kirksey, his 5th of the season, and a heavy blast it was. Comes Hampton back the other way. Weinbrenner driving back into the Moon zone after the equalizer scored there by the Tigers. 5:45 left here in period number 2. 1-1 now the score. On the left side, good hip check, but skating through it is going to be Luke James. James centers right on the doorstep. Loose puck, where's it at? It's up in the air. Nobody knows where it is. Moon able to come away with it. Another chance here. Shot off the outside of the post. Centering feed as Evan Bryant working hard on the shift here for the Tigers, but he can't get it on the net. Sell. Backhands it down the near boards. Centering feed. Battling in front of the net there for Moon. It's Faraday. He can't turn it over. Back into the Moon zone it goes. Nihas finds the puck as he breaks into Hampton ice. Nihas in the circle. Skates out from the left side. Shot on. Pad save made. Cameron Bott makes the stop. Bouncing puck here. Hampton now having a hard time getting the puck out of their own zone. Moon definitely feeding off the momentum gained from that goal scored.
Kirksey goal was assisted by Maxon and Konecki at 10:43 to tie it up.
Nice shot by Kirksey. He just jumped on a loose puck right at the top here of the near circle and just stepped right into a big slap shot, as you mentioned, the defender screening the keeper. And
exactly. And, it's one of those goals that, it's kind of funny because I'm sitting there thinking, okay, when we take a little bit of a break, I was going to mention that Moon just seems to be getting all kind of crazy shots on goal and Bott making the saves, pucks bouncing near him. They're due for a funny goal, and wouldn't you know, that's what happened.
Hampton sending it back through the neutral zone with 4.5 left here in the second period. 1-1 the score. And a penalty coming up here against the Talbots as
interference.
It's like Michelle's going to be the guilty party.
Hey, you lose the puck, and the first thing he did is try to prevent him from getting to the puck, and he knocked him down. He just hipped him down right in front of the referee. I got to give the refs credit. I think they've made the right calls. They've only missed a few. They really haven't noticed them tonight. But the right call there, that is definitely an interference call on.
It's going to be Alex Michelle.
Alex Michelle again. And this will be the fourth power play for Moon. Both
Tigers.
teams 0 for 3 and 0 for 4.
See if somebody can break through. Shot through traffic. Pad save made. Rebound. Can't turn it over. Follow-up try. Blocked in front. Golden opportunities there for the Tigers. Kept out first by the goaltender Bott and then by the defense in front of him.
That puck is by your stick. You got to get rid of it right away. You can't set up shots. You just got to get rid of it. That's a cardinal mistake a lot of these kids make.
1:35 left here in this Tigers power play. 3:52 in a rolling second period clock. Only goal of the first period scored by the Talbots and Justin Weinbrenner. Only goal of the second period scored by Moon. Trey Kirksey. Back come the Tigers. Shot to the net. Loose puck bouncing in front. After it, there's going to be Nick Hart. Hart sends it back to the right point. Now a cross-ice pass coming at the left circle. Shot on. Blockered away there on the opportunity by Brandon Lang. Lang will get it back along the left wing boards. Skates it down to the circle. Does Lang now brings it back towards the top of the circle. Lang trying to go to the right point. Nobody home. It's going to be taken by Zabrowski, and he comes back 2-on-2 shorthanded. Zabrowski up the left side, breaks the zone, shot on, pad save made by Durkin. Zabrowski follows his own rebound, wraparound try, and it's blocked down by the defense. Good job by Lang to get back because Zabrowski, he had the goaltender Durkin fooled.
Yeah, he did. Could have been disastrous for Moon there.
35 seconds left on the Tigers power play, just under 3 minutes, 2:57 to be exact left here in the second frame. 1-1 the score. Polster trying to skate through two Talbots defenders. Look at the skating here. Opportunity for Thomas Polster. Drives, shoots, and misses. Polster did everything but get that one on the net. Still working for it was Polster, but unable to keep it in the zone. Nice job there by Hampton. As clearing the zone was Easler. Two seconds now left on the power play, and Hampton is successfully killed. So Moon now 0 for 4 at the man advantage with the Tigers with the puck. Break it into the zone. Weinbrenner sends it back to center red where Rosser will take control of it. Logan Rosser sending it down the far wall back behind the net. And after it, there's going to be Rapinoe. Rapinoe gives it away. Opportunity from in close. Shot on, did it go in? No, the official says it did not go in. Follow try off the mask of the keeper. Third chance, and Bott kept that one out as well.
Hit the crossbar, came out.
That was so close to going across. Moon again thinking that they had a goal. Houston was ready to raise his arms, and it's kept out, and then Bott made a save with his face after that.
And the official was right there and right away emphatically said no goal. It hit the crossbar and came back out, and then Bott had it hit him in the mask and another one in the chest, and he's in the right position, and Moon's just throwing everything at the net, now shooting them now 24-12, Matt.
Now the shots have definitely tilted in favor of the Tigers. White back the other way, long shot blocked. Tries the centering pass, going to come all the way from left to right here to the near boards. Players scrum together in front of the Hampton bench. Handlovich comes away with it for the Tigers, softly floats it in from center red. And in the Hampton zone, Talbot's trying to clear it out with 1:10 left here in period number 2, tied at 1. Talbot's just had a hard time. They've been bottled up.
Yeah.
And Moon's the bulk of the second period.
And Moon's out skating them now is what it is Hampton really not skating well. Moon's just putting the pressure on.
Puck comes out here to the near side. Handlovich will find it, playing it back into neutral ice. Hampton trying to regroup, maybe get a late rush here with 43 seconds left. Instead, they'll dump in. Moon regrouping. Here come the Tigers out. Steele. Daniel Grob tries to turn it over, but it's back the other way. Here come the Tigers. Logan Rosser All the way down the right side, chasing the puck back behind the net. Logan Rosser up the near side. Good pass there. Maxson shot on, looking for a redirect in front, and it's past the outstretched sticks of both Niehaus and Nick Hart. Battle for the puck here along the near boards. Hampton going to send it back with 7 seconds left, and the puck ends up in the Talbots bench. Moon will play it there, so we'll face off in the Tiger zone with 4.2 seconds left in the second period.
And one thing I did notice is Bott with his catch glove on the left side, a lot of times he's venturing just a little bit too far to the left or to the right, trying to catch, to the left especially, to try to catch the puck, and almost got caught out of position on a deflection.
One-time shot from the face-off, partially deflected on the offering there by Reinert. Stick save made by Durkin, and the horn sounds to end period number 2. 2 chapters written, 1 more to go here from the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmarville. Your score after 2, Hampton and Moon tied at 1. We'll take a break and be back with your second period scoring recap. Whenever we come back, your score after 2, Hampton and Moon tied at 1. You're listening to 2016 PIHL High School Hockey here on the MSA Sports Network.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate more than 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Who says you can only enjoy breakfast in the morning? And who says you can only enjoy it one type of way? At Dunkin' Donuts, breakfast is delicious any kind of way, any time of day. A breakfast craving can strike any time, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Dunkin' has the perfect combination of breakfast deliciousness to satisfy any craving. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant, ham, egg, and cheese on an English muffin. All your favorites anytime you want them. Stop by Dunkin' for breakfast anytime. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything right. I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlo University. Visit carlo.edu.
MSA sports broadcasts are now available on both Android and iOS devices. Just navigate to the game of your choice, and on your mobile device, press the arrow or play button. It's that easy. No app needed. No matter where you are, MSA sports content is available at your fingertips via your iPad, Android phone, iPod, and iPhone. Anytime, anywhere, always there. The MSA Sports Network. The home for the PIHL in 2015-2016 is the MSA Sports Network. Not only can you listen to audio broadcasts of high school hockey games online like in years past, but MSA Sports will be video streaming 25 games live and archived during the regular season with exclusive coverage of the 2016 Penguin Cup playoffs. Your audio and video home with the PIHL is the MSA Sports Network.
Make sure to follow the MSA.
Back here at the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmarville, Moon and Hampton Class AA matchup here, and actually score, 1-1 to score, but as a game so far that has been the story of 2 periods. Hampton the better team in period number 1, Moon the much stronger team in period number 2. Hampton with the only goal of the first period, Moon with the only tally in the second frame.
Yeah, you know what? It's been a well-played game. A couple of stupid penalties, but Some decent hitting, nothing too out of hand. A lot of very good skating, a lot of good opportunities, great goaltending, and two pretty interesting goals. But you're right, tale of two periods. Hampton dominated the first, especially the early part of the first, and if it's not for Ryan Durkin, it's probably 2 or 3-0 heading into the second. But Moon withstood it and came on really strong, especially late in the second period, and completely outshooting them in the second period.
Yeah, shots on goal definitely changed as far as that second frame went.
Yeah, it was 8-8 in the first period. Second period, Moon 16-5. Two-period totals 24-13 in favor of Moon.
2 goals on the board, 1 in the first period, 1 in the second, and a scoring recap.
Yeah, scoring recap. Justin Weinbrenner gets the first goal of the game at 7:29, assisted by Alex Michel. It was a 2-on-1. The defenseman went to the ice, and Weinbrenner decided not to pass and fired a wrist shot from the top of the circle to make it 1-0. And that was the end of the score in the first period. Again, shots 8-8. And then in the second period, again, dominated by Moon. And finally, at 10:43, Trey Kirksey scores. Took a slap shot from just inside the point. A defenseman kind of was in the way. The goalie, Bott, was screened. Assists by Jared Maxson. And assist by Jacob Konecki. Again, at 10:43. 1-1 is your score. Looking forward to a good third period, Matt. Again, very good skating. I expected probably a low-scoring game, and this is kind of benefiting Moon with a good goaltending.
Well, we talked about special teams being a key to this game, and the penalty kills for both teams have been strong so far. They've killed off all the chances, but if these teams continue to give up the power play chances against they have, somebody sooner or later is going to have to break through.
Yeah, the penalties have been just right in front of the referees. Eight power plays so far. Not a lot of shots on the power play for each team. Early on, Hampton had some good chances against Moon. Again, Moon withstood that. They withstood it, only gave up the 1 goal early. But blatant trips, things that just you shouldn't be doing. These power plays, if you're playing smart, you can't do that in a 1-1 game, a low-scoring game, especially heading into the playoffs next month. You got to be smarter than that. And that could be the difference in this game. We talked about special teams. Neither team has done anything special teams. We almost saw a shorthanded goal by Hampton, but special teams may well decide this game.
1-1 the score. The Zamboni out there to get us a fresh surface of ice for period number 3. And with that, we'll take a break and be back with your third period of play. Moon and Hampton tied at 1 after 2. You're listening to 2016 PIHL High School Hockey here on the MSA Sports Network.
I'm here to promote the WPIL Roundball Report with champion head coach Tim McConnell of Chartiers Valley.
What?
The WPIL Roundball Report.
Never heard of it.
You know, weekly show, MSA Sports.
I said never heard of it. Now you better leave before I get angry, and you won't like me when I'm angry.
Did you say the WPIAL Roundball Report? I love that show.
Why, it's Upper St. Clair coach Danny Holzer. You're obviously a big fan.
Never miss it. I love the insight that Dan Rebel, Jenny Lee, and Sam Small bring.
That's the WPIAL Roundball Report with Don Rebel, Johnny Lee, and Sam Hall every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. on the MSA Sports Network.
MSA Sports social media pages are the best spot to find breaking news, scores, links to our articles, and more this season. Follow us on Twitter at MSA Sports and tweet us your scores from around the WPIAL. Also, like us on Facebook to join in on the conversation with over 1,000 other high school sports fans and view pictures and videos of your favorite team. And view our mobile score site at www.msasports.net/m. Whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or our websites, MSA Sports is the place to go for high school sports in Western Pennsylvania.
Attention all teenagers in the South Hills. If you need something to do on a Friday night, look no further than the TGIF skate at the Mount Lebanon Ice Arena. Featuring a live DJ, big screen TV, special effects lighting, and games from 8 to 11, it's the place to be this winter. Mount Lebanon Ice Arena also offers an after-school skate for younger children, Fridays from 4:30 to 6 p.m., and a full range of instructional programs for all ages. For more information, call 412-561-4363 or visit mountlebanon.org.
Own your piece of hockey history with a Penguins game-used jersey. Visit J&J Distributing at www.jjdistributing.biz and check out one of their largest selections of Penguins game-worn jerseys from your favorite Pens, past and present, or call 724-752-1556. J&J Distributing buys, sells, and trades some of hockey's most prized possessions, including the Penguins game-worn jerseys, Penguins practice jerseys, minor league jerseys, and new and game-used equipment. Browse their inventory today at www.jjdistributing.biz.
Attention all. Hey, Josh, I hear we have a new coach this season.
Oh, yeah? What do you know about him, Adam?
Well,
okay, guys, listen up. These 2 points are big tonight if we want to make the playoffs. We have to be good on face-offs. Remember your assignments. Be strong in our zone, get into the shooting lanes, and stay out of the penalty box.
Coach.
Keep the shift short.
Coach.
What?
There aren't 2 points tonight.
And the show has segments, not shifts.
Can I still yell at the refs?
Coach, you got to let it go.
Catch the PIHL Power Play Show with Adam Horner, Josh Roundtree, and new edition Kevin Zomansky every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock on MSASports.net.
It's getting cold outside and getting dark way too early. That must mean one thing. Wrestling season is back. As the mats get rolled out in a gymnasium near you, be sure you tune in to Inside the WPIHL Wrestling Circle, Monday nights at 7 p.m. on the MSA Sports Network.
We'll provide all the scores from around the WPIHL, focus on key matches, talk to coaches about their season, and provide in-depth analysis that you can't find anywhere else.
So cozy up around the fire and tune in to Inside the WPIHL Wrestling Circle every Monday night at 7 p.m. on the MSA Sports Network.
Right now, when you refer a friend to open a new personal or business checking account at First Commonwealth Bank, you can earn a generous cash reward. It doesn't even have to be a friend. Could be a relative. Could be a Bruins fan. Could be that guy over there with the weird hair thing going on. It doesn't matter. Refer anyone to open an account and it will really pay off for you. They'll even get a cash reward themselves, no matter who they root for. First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Learn more at a local branch or visit fcbanking.com.
Back here at the Alpha Ice Complex, getting ready to get period number 3 underway. Hampton and Moon all tied up at 1. 2016 PIHL High School Hockey here on the MSA Sports Network alongside Mike Azadian and Matt Vandriak. Center ice with you here in the third period, getting ready to start here, Mike. You saw in the first period, Hampton with the better play. The second period belonged to Moon. And these teams are going to make a little bit of an adjustment here each way to find a winner here in regulation.
You know what? I mean, Hampton's got to get back to beating Moon to the puck and outskating them like they did in the first period. They didn't do it in the second. Moon was the better team by far. They seemed to win almost every opportunity, every 50-50 puck. I think if Hampton can put the pressure on, get a goal, and get some quality goaltending by Bott, they can come away with this game. Moon, on the other hand, they got to keep what they're doing. Keep the momentum, and that's tough sometimes. Why don't you go to the locker room? Keep that momentum coming from what they had in the second period. Keep the pressure on and keep screening Bott, and that's what they did to get the goal. He had to really move around a lot to try to make some saves, get him moving around outside of the net. And don't forget, after the game, we're going to have our MSA 3 stars, and right now, Matt, it's Weinbrenner, Kirksey, the goal scorers, and the 2 goaltenders are your leading candidates. There's a couple other guys playing well, but in a tight game like this, you would think goaltenders and the guys that have scored the goals. Or is there someone yet who is to be a star?
Perhaps the star of the evening is yet to be unveiled as we have another period of regulation at least left here. And you mentioned Durkin, the goaltender for Moon. He was strong in the first period.
Very strong.
Especially on the shorthanded against opportunities. And then the power play denied, and in the second period, a lot more shots in favor of the Tigers, but a lot of saves equal to the task by Cameron Bott.
Another thing, too, you got to remember, it's a fresh sheet, and that's what they started out with in the first period. Hampton was a better team. Will the fresh sheet of ice be better for them skating, and will it give them more opportunities?
Right to left, Moon moves. Hampton moves right to left into the Moon zone. And they backhand the puck towards the Tigers' net. Going to go wide, coming back to the point here. And the puck is controlled by Spencer, who had it taken away, then kept in here by Siriglione. Luke Siriglione playing it around here to the near boards. Takes a bump there, but he's able to backhand it to the point. Spencer tracks it down. Spencer shot through. And it's going to go just wide of the net, missing to the right side with Spencer on that offering. Comes Moon back through, and out come the Tigers. Up the left side. Big blast coming there, and that's knocked aside with the pad as Bott denies the shot there by Konechny.
Bott's not a big guy, and he's got to move around a lot to cover that net. If you see, there's a lot of open net when he's standing in there.
Bought a smaller keeper, but it's been strong tonight. Stopping 24 of the 25 he's seen. And Moon backhands it into the Hampton zone. After it behind the Talbots net, there's Kyle Spencer. Spencer slows it down, reverses direction, sends it here up the near side. Jason Reinhardt with it. Reinhardt going to reverse back behind his net. Trying to find an outlet here, playing it off the boards. Bouncing puck comes through center red into the circle, and it's taken there by Logan Rosser. Rosser tries to feed it back into the Hampton zone. Talbots come away with it, sending it out, and the pass through the neutral zone. Nice spin move there by Grob to get away from a check. Grob into the zone, feeds it towards the net. Durkin sticks that aside, fed back towards the net. Durkin tried to glove it down, but couldn't do it as after it there was Bates for Hampton, and he freed the puck up. Centering feed, save made, follow-up try. Durkin stretches out, and he keeps it out. Loose puck covered up. Ryan Durkin, 2 huge saves there from in close.
Yeah, Grob, point-blank range. Great pass right in the slot. Fires it. Big save by Durkin. Just like the first period. Very smart, covering the net, coming out, cutting down the angles. I really like the way he's played. And you got to remember, he didn't see a lot of rubber. Only saw 5 shots in that second period. So sometimes goaltenders don't see a lot of shots. You got to stay strong. You got to be sharp, and he has been sharp. A lot of goaltenders don't see shots, and all of a sudden they're confused back there. But Durkin's done a great job. A couple big saves.
Face off to the left of Durkin and the Moon net. Talbots win the draw. Back to the right point. Shot on, blocked in front. Loose puck in the circle. Finding it in Clyde. Shot on, save made again. Golden opportunity there for the Talbots. I believe it was White that time, and he was denied from in close. So that was Grob again who stopped in front. Centering feed here, trying to find somewhere to go with it as Ryan Bates. Can't get the shot off. Comes back out. White with the wrister, and Durkin never saw that one as it goes wide.
Didn't even put it on net. Got to put it. Puts it on net. Probably a goal.
To the right point. Hampton just trying to get a shot through after Durkin made a couple of stellar saves.
It's like the first period all over again. Exactly what happened in the first period.
Hampton coming out strong to start this third period. And here they come again. Into the zone. Opportunity here for Michelle. Drop pass. Comes to Grob. Grob into the right wing circle. High backhander. Glove saved by Durkin, and he holds for the draw.
You know what? Amazing. I was thinking earlier, there's been a couple of opportunities that players could have had backhanders, but they try to set up the forehand shot. And as you well know, if you can develop a backhand shot, you can make yourself a more effective player. Grob did that. Smart play, but a better save because Durkin saw what he was going to do. Got to get rid of it quicker.
17th shot of the night and 5th already of this third period. Just 3 minutes and 34 seconds into the third frame for the Talbots. And Moon trying to push this one ahead. They're going to ice it, though. And it's going to bring the faceoff back into the Talbot zone to our left. 14:21 left here in the third period. We're tied at 1.
Yeah, shots are 4-1 right now. Hampton here in the first 2.5 minutes of this third period.
Face-off back into the Moon zone to the right of the goaltender, Durkin. Trying to drive his way back out is Nick Hart. Hart pushing that puck ahead, looking here for Jared Maxson. Maxson after it, but Hampton comes away with it in their own zone. Maxson tries the forecheck. Talbots keep on moving it. Shot back towards the net, blocked. And fed back behind the net by Zabrowski. Zabrowski tries to center. Has it stolen away by Hampton. Talbots send it back through center red. Comes the opportunity. Shot there, blocked up in the air, and all the way over the net. It's coming back there for Moon. It was Maxson. Shot was blocked by Reinhardt. And it's fed back into the Moon zone. A lot of skating, a lot of flow in this game.
There is, but Moon doesn't have they don't have the step they did in the second period right now. And Hampton does. It's amazing how that intermission will change things.
Niehaus giving chase for the Tigers. Loose puck, though, corralled by the Talbots in their own zone. Outlet feed. Siriglione moves it ahead. Here comes Weinbrenner. Weinbrenner down the left side, tries to get around the defender. Kirksey got enough of it to drive it off line. Weinbrenner finds the puck behind the net and centers.
Boy, I like the way he plays. He got around the defender, but the puck was too far ahead. And then when he got behind the net, he just threw it right out the front of the net. Very smart player.
And now Moon would have been offside, so Weinbrenner has the opportunity to bring it back. And here he comes with speed. Tries to shoot through a man. Can't. Gets a second crack. Shot on. Save made. As Durkin denies Weinbrenner. Did a nice job. He realized the Tigers were offsides. He picked that puck up, got ahead of steam, brought it back across center red, broke the zone, and then was able to get that shot on goal with the stop made again by Ryan Durkin.
How do you like him so far? Who does he remind you of? Just a little bit. The big reach, the smart play, the ability to get through players with his speed and his size. Kind of Mario Lemieux-esque a little bit. Man, obviously not as talented, but he moves like him, especially with the puck.
Weinbrenner, when he has an opportunity, he certainly makes the most of it. And for being a big guy, he's a smooth skater. Here comes Moon back with an opportunity. Breakaway try. Shot by Kirksey looking for number 2, and he rips the wrister wide.
He hurt himself. He's hurt.
Maybe that's why he didn't get as much on that shot as he wanted to.
He's dragging his right arm, and he comes right off the ice, off his shot.
Handlovich dumps it in. Back behind the Hampton net. Back here right in front of the bench is Hart. Thumps a Hampton player, and that Talbot player very slow to get up. And is knocked down on a big body check there.
Look for some retaliation.
It's Grob. Comes Moon back, shot on save. Backhand follow-up score! For the Tigers is Konechny. And the Tigers will bring it back out. Here comes a lead pass. Opportunity down the left side, into the zone. Shot on, it goes through the 5-hole, but goes wide. As Polster found that loose puck and getting just enough of it was Cameron Bott. Now back the other way, a chance back for Hampton. Can Siriglione chase this one down? Siriglione will find the puck. Get bumped against the wall there on the good defensive play by Rosser. Siriglione now working against 2 black jerseys. A third Moon player comes in and comes back to the left wall. Weinbrenner had it for a second. Spencer will keep it in at the point. Spencer playing it to the far side. Weinbrenner gives chase there. Weinbrenner chipping it back behind the net. Siriglione after it. Sends it here to the near side. Tigers playing it back through center red. Reinert slows it down. Reinert brings it back through the circle. Feeds it up the right side. Hampton dumps it in. And Moon will regroup in their own zone. Just under 10 minutes now. 9:55 left here in this third period. Tigers on top 2-1. Bryant through center red. Trying to skate through 2 Hampton players. Couldn't get around Zabrowski. Second opportunity there for Moon. Hart will dump it in. All the way back behind the net it goes. Handlovich releases down the right side. Floater towards the net. Left pad stop made by Bott. Played back behind the net. 2 Talbot players collide. Gives Moon a chance on the turnover. Backhand feed looking for Bryant. It was hard and he couldn't do it.
Didn't have a stick on the ice.
Wraparound try. Blocked down. And Hampton finally able to get the puck back to neutral ice with 9:15 now left here in the third period and a 2-1 Moon lead.
Hampton having all kind of problems getting the puck out of the zone.
Lang fires back towards the net, blocked. Chased down here by Hart. Nick Hart feeds to the net. Stick save made by Bott. Back it comes to Lang. Backhander through traffic. It goes wide. To the near side it comes now. Moon after it. 2-1 Tigers lead, trying to add to it, and they have really taken control of this game now. Puck comes back to the left point. Lang, big blast through traffic. It's blocked. Hustling after it there is going to be Zabrowski. Zabrowski almost found that loose puck as he beat Handlovich, but the puck goes wide of the net. Opportunity now for the Talbots, perhaps. Looking in front for Daniel White. Taken away, though, by Houston. And Luke Houston back the other way now for Moon. Into the Hampton zone. Houston gets around a man on the left side. Houston coming to the net. Shot on. Save made. Rebound kept out as well, too, as Bott uses the glove to make the stop and then corral the puck after the save on a good opportunity for the Tigers.
Hey, that goal has really spurred Moon on. Boy, they're getting the better of the play the last couple of minutes. And, you know, Hampton better watch out here because Moon's getting more opportunities. They just got 3 more shots. And a goal here would be disastrous for Hampton. They start off strong. Both the first and third period. Now we're going to get medical personnel come to the bench now and maybe tending to Kirksey because I've not seen him since he took that shot and came off the ice.
From the draw, face-off staying in the Hampton zone to our right. 8:13, a rolling third period clock, 2-1, Moon on top. Left point bouncing puck, gets through to the net. Stop made by Bott, though, on the third-ish shot night with the Tigers. Rosser shot on into the crest of the jersey, and Bott makes the save and controls the rebound as well, as he now has 29 saves on 31 shots.
He's done a great job of controlling rebounds. I mean, the 2 goals, you really can't blame him for both. He's done a great job. He's seen everything. He moves really well left to right. He's covering the net. And for a small goaltender, you've got to be able to move and flop and control rebounds. He's done a great job. But Moon's really putting the pressure on again. And, again, Hampton better watch out here.
31 shots to 18 in favor of the Tigers. Here comes a chance perhaps for Hampton back the other way. Bates floating it into the Moon zone. Tigers going to bring it back out. Puck chipped back into the Hampton zone. And the loose puck scooped up and brought back by White. White slaps it all the way around the rink. To the far side it goes. Battle for it there along the wall. Hampton comes away with it. Centering feed looking for White. Can't find it. Back to the point. It comes shot through traffic. Blocked on the blast there by Maglio.
Well, if that's not blocked, Durkin was screened.
A lot of bodies in front. Moon back into the zone, but they're going to be offsides. And the faceoff back to neutral ice with 7:25 left here in this third period. The Tigers on top now by the score of 2-1.
They get Hampton came through there and had that slap shot. There were 3 Moon players in the shooting lane, so it was going to get blocked. But I saw Durkin. Durkin's trying to see the puck. He could not see it at all. If that gets to the net, that could have been ugly for Moon. Could have tied the game.
Face off in the neutral zone. Played back into the Tigers' end. Comes across the rink now. Lang trying to get it out. Kept in, though, by Zabrowski. Zabrowski tries to shoot it back towards the net. Blocked up in the air. Nice chance from in tight on the bouncing puck, getting it to the net, but the stop made as Hampton had the opportunity from in close. Shot was taken there by 67 Cody Reiser, but gloved down by Durkin.
Zabrowski, Luke James having something to say to each other after the whistle.
Comes a chance for Hampton, rising wrist shot, and that one's off the post to Zabrowski. He found that puck but couldn't get it on. Shot back to the net now by Hammett. Stick save made. Luke James trying to find a way to get it out here for Moon. Here comes a chance back. Up the left side, it's going to be Hart. Shot on glove. Save, and Bott holds on for the whistle as players push and shove in front.
Yeah, I tell you what, and here's the thing. Nothing's called since the second period. Both teams with 4 power plays, and now after each whistle, little extracurriculars. I've noticed, especially Moon's very aggressive to Bott, right in front of his net, slapping at the puck when he's trying to cover it. Hampton doesn't like that, and they fire back, and eventually someone's going to get called. You got to watch your sticks. You don't want this decided on a power play.
Face-off won by the Talbots in their own zone. 6:40 now left here in regulation. 2-1. Moon in the lead. Hampton had the lead in the first period. They got their goal from Justin Weinbrenner. Moon got a second period tally from Trey Kirksey. And then the go-ahead goal here in the third period scored by Luke James. Centering feed. Bouncing over the stick of the intended recipient, Ryan Bates. And that gives Moon the chance to bring it back. Here comes Maxson. Maxson trying to get around the man. Nice stick check there by the Talbots, though, defensively. Rosser follows on. Stick check was made by Rapinoe, and then Rapinoe got knocked over by his own man. Shot back to the net on the offering there by Ian Faherty. And the stop made by Bod, who holds for the draw. Faceoff will stay in the Hampton zone to our right with 6:04 now left here in this third period. Moon on top by a goal.
And think about the third period. You get those first 2 periods, and then in that third period, you give up a goal early. You don't have a whole lot of time to come back after that change. And Hampton just has not been the same since the first 5-6 minutes. Moon's taken over. Moon got the goal. They're out shooting them again. This is just like the end of the second period. They're just outplaying them. They withstood them in the first 5 minutes, and they're outplaying them the rest of the period so far.
Centering feed there by the Tigers goes just past the outstretched stick of the intended recipient, Konechny. All the way around it goes. To the far side, Moon comes away with it. Polster reverses direction and finds room up the left wall. Polster trying to go up the left wing side. Has it stolen away. Grob sidesteps the check. Nice pass down the right side. Shot on, stick save made. Good opportunity back there for White. But the stop again made by Durkin. Loose puck now. Grob trying to find that puck. Grob centers. Finding it right in front. A good chance. They're spinning and unable to turn it over. Durkin covers it up, and looking up to the heavens there is Daniel White, because White had a golden opportunity with a wide open net looking at him, and the puck bounced over his stick.
I was going to say, Moon is almost caught himself a goal. 3 guys in the corner worried about hitting one player, That one player gets the puck out. It's 2-on-1 near the net. And it's just the fact that White couldn't get the stick on the puck because it was bouncing. They almost cost themselves a goal because they wanted to hit one player.
Hampton wins the draw. They keep it in the Moon zone to our left. Moon, though, able to regroup and bring it out. Rosser trying to skate through two defenders. Rosser gets around a man. Rosser on the right side. Shot coming, and he misses to the outside of the net there, trying to beat the keeper to the glove side. Rosser missing the net. Players battling for it. Fed to the net, stick to side. Good job by Bott. Loose puck comes around here to the near side. Fed back towards the net, blocked down again. Here come the Talbots. Reinert through center red. Looking for Homets. Homets wasn't ready for the pass. But we have a penalty behind the play, and the Tigers are going to go to the penalty box, and that's going to give Hampton a golden opportunity here on the power play, their 5th try of the night.
Got to think. You got a fresh Weinbrenner out there now. You've got to think. You cannot do things like that. Up 2-1, less than 5 minutes to go. You know, a lot of athletes, they'll just do things like that, and that's going to cost your team. You got to think about the team, and that's just not a smart play. Hampton on the power play. It'll be their 5th opportunity.
Luke James will go to the box. 4:39 left here in this third period. 2-1, Moon in the lead. Go-ahead goal here in this third frame.
Weinbrenner's going to come off. No, he's going to switch. Oh, his net guard fell off. And you got to play with the net guard. And then they're going to make him come off. I think they might make him come off. Yep, because he had to go to the bench for equipment change. He has to go onto the bench. That could hurt the power play early on.
See how the unit gets started. Cross-ice pass. Shot to the net. Blocked right up into the lid. And Weinbrenner's right back on.
Exactly. Yeah, I know one thing for sure. In the last 3 or 4 years, they have really made it a point. In every league, everywhere, at youth level, you got to wear that neck guard, man. That is, you get hit with a stick anywhere near the neck, it could get ugly quick. We've seen that happen at the pro level, and got to wear the neck guard. Good catch by the referee. No, you heard him. The referee just... Wow, the referee's letting them know. He's sending guys off because of equipment issues, and
it's going to send Houston out, so...
He's not happy with the coach right now. There it is. There it is. Bench penalty on Moon. They won't keep quiet. Oh, my goodness. Are they absolute stupidity. They will not be quiet. They ride the ref. He warns them, and he says, I've had enough, and he sends in a bench penalty. Now it's going to be 2-on-1. Absolute stupidity, Matt. You're up 2-1, and you're going to go down 5-on-3. It makes no sense. The referee's going to win every argument, Matt. If he's wrong or if he's right, but he's right on these equipment issues. He tells them about it, and they still keep complaining. Now it's 5-on-3.
He made it very clear that the equipment needs to be a certain way, and
they wouldn't shut up. They deserve the penalty.
It's going to
plain
be
and simple.
Exactly. It's going to be 5-on-3. So, unsportsmanlike on the call. Jan, big shot through traffic, absorbed by Ryan Durkin. As we're going to have 1 minute and 31 seconds of 5-on-3 power play here for Moon. As you mentioned, the bench penalty taken there by Moon for unsportsmanlike conduct, who right now are trying their best to Cincinnati Bengal themselves out of the victory here.
And I understand being upset, but you know what? Once the referee has his say, he told him in a good way. And he was right. It wasn't like it was a bad call.
Good shot from the circle. Better stop by Durkin. Good puck movement by Hampton. They were able to move that. I tell you what, the guy at the point there, Josh Jan, he is really good. He's not afraid to shoot, first of all, but that was a nice job there. He off-looked. Shot the first time. That time was able to push it to the right circle. Good opportunity there for Kyle Spencer. Got a good, clean shot off, but Durkin made the save.
And Kirksey's back playing.
Kirksey right now with the...
Look out here.
Tying goal. There's a chance for Hampton. Shot on, blockered away, fought off and cleared. Big stop made by Durkin, and then Joe Sell helps out his keeper by backhanding it the length of the ice.
But Hampton has nobody in front of the net for rebounds. Everybody's on the outside.
An opportunity now for Weinbrenner. Weinbrenner circles, runs into the referees. He circles to the far boards. Weinbrenner at the top of the right circle, skates it back to the right point. Weinbrenner has a lot of room to look at as he sends it over to the right side. Bouncing puck, able to be controlled, though, by the Talbots Reiser. Reiser sends it back out. Spencer shoots it on, blocked by Sell. Jan finds it, playing it behind the net. Weinbrenner finds it now on the left side. Comes up to the circle, feeds it in front. Golden opportunity, and Jan could not settle the puck down at one time at home. Here comes the Jan again. Bouncing puck forced him to come out. Rising shot by Jan. Good job to stay with the puck, but Jan just could not hit the net. Spencer at the left point. Drifts down, finds Jan. Jan at the bottom of the left circle. Comes back to Spencer now at the left point. Spencer going to go to the right side. Bouncing puck off the wall. Opportunity there, and Moon's Braden Lang going to get it and clear it. And the Tigers are going to have to hustle to get a penalty kill change here. They get one fresh body on as Hart's onto the ice, and as soon as he comes on, he flattens a Hampton player and clears the puck.
Yeah, he flattened. That was Weinbrenner. Took him right off the puck. Great check.
And now Rosser onto the ice as well. Weinbrenner trying to get away from Hart, gets knocked down as Hart gets a little bit of him.
One guy back.
Centering, try right in front and missing with the golden opportunity there was Jan. I don't know if Durkin got a piece of it or not.
I think bouncing puck again. Boy, Jan's had 3 golden opportunities. Now 0 for 5 on the power play. Now 0 for 6 on the power play. Wow. Moon almost cost himself the game and got away with it.
What a momentum swing it might be now for the Tigers. They killed off, what was it, a minute and 15 seconds.
Easy. Hampton just didn't get enough shots, Matt. I think they had maybe 1 or 2 shots on goal. A lot of missed opportunities, a lot of missed nets, and just didn't. They should have just been pounding the puck at the net and going, charging for rebounds, and they didn't do it. Nobody was in front.
Talk about puck luck a lot in hockey. There was some bad puck luck for Jan because he had a couple of golden chances on the puck bouncing on him on 2 of those 3 chances, and his third shot went up and over the net.
But the couple rebounds they could have got, there was nobody there in front of the net. And we'll get icing on Moon. But, Matt, on the power play, everybody was on the outside at the point and on the boards. And when the shots were coming from the point, saves were being made by Durkin. There were a couple times pucks just came right at the Moon players, and they got rid of it. We're going to get a timeout by Hampton. But you got to crash the net. You got to go to the net. You got to go for rebounds. Nobody was doing that. And 5-on-3, you can't be too fancy. You just got to shoot. You've got 2-man advantage. You're going to win most of the battles. But they were just kind of waiting to make the perfect play. It didn't happen. And now they've got 1:42 to go. You figure they're going to probably pull, but I don't know if they'll do it now or with the face-off in Moon territory. Think it's a little early?
I think it's a little bit early right now, but we'll see how the possession goes. If Hampton's able to maintain possession, then it might be time to bring him off. But 1:42 left here in regulation. Moon on top by the score of 2-1. To recap the scoring, Justin Weinbrenner, his 17th for the Talbots in the first period. In the second period for Moon, Trey Kirksey netted his 5th. And then here in the third period, the go-ahead goal number 10 of the season for the Tigers, Luke James.
Well, one thing I really like, the one referee, we don't have the referees' names, but came over and said, this is a very well-played game. If you guys want to play the equipment issue, it's in the rules. I'll play the equipment issue. Told them what to do. They didn't listen. They kept barking, and it didn't hurt Moon. But, those kind of things, I like when a referee lets you know what's going on. They've called a pretty fair game. I got to agree. And, I mean, me and you both sometimes, we've seen enough hockey to know to see bad referee games.
He gave them the chance to correct the issue.
I thought this was a very well-refereed game.
I agree.
And he made a good point. It's a very well-played game. Don't ruin it by this. And the Moon coach had his say, and it didn't cost them. They're lucky.
Staying in the net right now is Bott as the Tigers bring it back. Rosser down the right side. Good hip check, but Rosser gets around it. Rosser to the net, shot on save made, and the rebound opportunity was there, but unable to turn it over was O'Brien.
Ooh, look out.
Didn't see what happened to Weinbrenner, but he is down. He is hurt.
He might have got hit. He got hit.
Did he take the puck?
He got hit with the puck either inside on the wrist. As he was coming out off the blue line, he got checked. He got up, and then the puck just caught him underneath the glove on the wrist.
That's a tough spot, too.
And we're going to get a penalty? No, we're not.
Weinbrenner lost his mouth guard, too.
Yeah, he got hit right. I mean, he's a guy you don't want to lose late in the game like this. Just got hit on that wrist. Now we're going to bring the
lost his stick.
over to see him.
I was looking the other way because the puck was coming back the other way, and the Weinbrenner was down.
He was kind of turning. He got checked. He was kind of turning, and the puck got shot in. And as he was turning, it caught him. I think it caught him on the forearm, right in that part between the wrist and your elbow pad where there's hardly any padding, and he got hit hard. That hurts.
So Weinbrenner going to need to be tended to, and that's a big loss for the Talbots, having their best player on the bench right now. Down by a goal with 1:14 left and the puck in their zone. Kept in here by Moon. Tyler Niehaus sends it down the far side. Big body check there. Thrown out again. Cue up the AC/DC. Hart with a thunder striking hit on the far side.
Yeah, could have been an elbow call, but they got away with it.
It's 2 big checks by Hart, and now Hart double teamed over there. And Hart's fine with that because he's just going to sit on top of the puck and watch the clock roll. Driving to the net, spinning away from a man. There's Houston.
Yeah, Hart's pretty physical. He's getting away with some stuff. Couple elbows, I understand the physical play, but it better be careful.
42 seconds left here in regulation. 2-1 Moon in the lead. Puck coming here towards the Tigers bench, and now Hampton's going to have to touch that puck because it's going to be a high sticking call. And Moon waits for it, and then the official blows it dead.
And now
bring the face-off back into the neutral zone.
Exactly, and they can't get control of the puck, can't pull the goaltender. Maybe their opportunity at 1:42 with a face-off in there. They lost a face-off, but that could have been an opportunity. Now a minute has gone by. You haven't been able to control the puck. Moon's controlled it, and you're not going to have hardly any time at all if you do control the puck to pull the goaltender. Time running out on the Talbots.
Puck goes all the way back into the Hampton zone. My fault. I said it was in the neutral zone. It's all the way back into the Talbot zone now at the half a minute left here in regulation. Hampton needs to get the puck out of their zone to even have the opportunity to pull Cameron by.
They're not playing smart right now.
Moon doing a nice job on the forecheck, though, as they keep the puck in the Hampton zone. 19 seconds left. Cross-ice pass. Talbot's trying to get it out. 15 seconds left. Moon controls, feeds it back into the Hampton zone. Bots to the net. Steal by the Tigers. Here comes James. James on the left side. Feeds and scores! Luke James for the second time tonight puts the mesh in motion, and with 7.9 seconds left in regulation, the fat lady can put the hot dog down and start singing. The Tigers lead 3-1.
16:53. They make it 3-1, and that is going to be your winner. 2-on-1. Hampton just couldn't get it out of the zone, couldn't get it past the blue line, couldn't get it past the red line. They just could not move the puck, and they got dominated at the end of the second, and the end of the third period just got flat out outplayed.
So James nets his second with 7.8 seconds left in regulation. Moon will, Kirksey that is, will skate it back into his own zone, pin it against the boards, and that will wrap it up. So the tradition between these two teams continue. As for the fourth time in 4 meetings, the visitor gets the win. Tonight at the Alpha Ice Complex, the Tigers 2 goals better as Moon wins by the score of 3-1. We'll take a break and be back to wrap it up with your Management Science Associate Sports Network postgame show as well as your MSA 3 stars. Moon wins by the score of 3-1. We'll take a break and be back to wrap it up. You've been listening to 2016 PIHL High School Hockey here on the MSA Sports Network.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate more than 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
What you want is to stay warm this winter by logging on to www.msasports.net each and every day. We have all the schedules, the scores, the rankings, and the standings of the high school winter sports, plus weekly shows like Inside the WPIHL Wrestling Circle, the PIHL Power Play Show, and the WPIHL Roundball Report, along with live and archive broadcasts of whatever your favorite high school sport is. Anytime, anywhere, always there, every day this winter. It's the MSA Sports Network.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything right. I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlo University. Visit carlo.edu.
Who says you can only enjoy breakfast in the morning? And who says you can only enjoy it one type of way? At Dunkin' Donuts, breakfast is delicious any kind of way, any time of day. A breakfast craving can strike any time, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Dunkin' has the perfect combination of breakfast deliciousness to satisfy any craving. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant, ham, egg, and cheese on an English muffin. All your favorites anytime you want them. Stop by Dunkin' for breakfast anytime. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
Back here at the Alpha Ice Complex, wrapping up Moon's 3-1 victory over Hampton, alongside Mike Azadian and Matt Vandriak with you. PIHL 2016 hockey on the MSA Sports Network. And Mike, an impressive game. Good game between both of these teams. Moon got stronger as soon as the game went on, and wrap it up late in the game. 2 third-period goals by Luke James, the difference here tonight.
Yeah, you know what? Hampton, strong early in the first period, okay in the second period, strong early in the third, but other than those 2 6 or 7 minute spurts in the first and third period, Moon outplayed them at the end of the first, all through the second, and pretty much halfway through the third. Just jumped on loose pucks, quicker skating team, went to net harder, started out shooting them. Shots were 8-8 after the first period. Second period, it was 16-5, and third period, it was even at 12-12. But Moon, the better team here tonight, despite taking some stupid penalties. And again, it was decided on the man advantage. 0 for 6 was Hampton. 2 big ones at a 5-on-3. They couldn't score. And 0 for 4 was Moon. But that final 2 power plays late in the third period didn't end up costing Moon. They killed the penalties when they had to.
Depends on which way we look at it. You can see either both teams' power plays were bad tonight or both teams' penalty kills were really good.
Yeah, you know what? I thought that Moon just didn't get a lot of shots. I thought Hampton played really well defending the power play. On the other side, Hampton's power play, they're trying to make the perfect pass. They're all around the perimeter. They're not crashing the net. I thought they had chances. I thought they blew the chances. When you're on 5-on-3, every team wants to make the perfect play. Instead, you got to get shots on net. They got a few, but the rebounds, there was nobody there but Moon players. And Moon withstood. Moon withstood them early in the first. I thought that was the key to the game, Matt. First period, early on, Hampton really came on strong. We're out shooting them like 6 or 7-1, outplaying them. Moon looked like just had a 3-hour bus ride here. They looked like they were skating in mud. But Ryan Durkin saved them, made a bunch of big saves. Moon withstood that first early push, and then they were the better team. Same thing in the third period, and that's the key when you go on the road. Withstand that home team's early push in front of the home fans, and then play your game, and Moon did what they had to do.
With that, we'll move into our scoring recap.
Yeah, scoring recap tonight in the first period. It was Justin Weinbrenner, assisted by Alex Michel at 7:29. 2-on-1. Weinbrenner took the puck. The defenseman made a move. He said, I'm going to shoot it, and he did from the top of the circle. Wrist shot made it 1-0 at 7:29. Again, shots 8-8 after the first period. Period 2, Trey Kirksey for Moon tied it up at 10:43, assisted by Jared Maxson and Jacob Konechny. He was just inside the blue line, turned around, took a slap shot, a weird play. A defenseman was kind of skating about 10 feet out from the net as the puck passed him, screened to goaltender Durkin. It was 1-1, and after 2 periods, shots were 24-13. Moon badly outshooting Hampton, 16-5 in the second period. Third period scoring, let's see, it's going to be Luke James, his 10th at 7:08. If I can get this on the board. Yeah, Luke James at 7:08. Braden Lang with the assist in front of the net, got to a loose puck, and then Luke James seals it at 16:53, a 2-on-1, and he gets a wrist shot from about 10 feet out. Beautiful shot, James, assisted by Jared Maxson. Maxson with 2 assists, James with 2 goals. Final shots, 12-12 in the third period. Final totals, Moon 36, Hampton 25.
And with that, we move now into our Management Science Associates 3 stars of the game.
Yeah, coming into the third period, I thought there were 4 guys to look at. Both goaltenders, Durkin and Bott, Kirksey and Weinbrenner had the goals, but one player distinguished himself. But we'll go with the third star first, and it was Justin Weinbrenner. Played a solid all-around game, very smart game. You pointed out a couple of things he did with the puck, noticing things, going 1-on-2, going through players. But he had that first goal to give Hampton the lead. He'll be the third star. Your second star is going to be Moon's Ryan Durkin. really, for a long time, I thought he'd be the number one star. Saved 24 of 25 shots. Was really big early in the first and early in the third, and huge on the power plays as Hampton's power play went 0 for 6. So Ryan Durkin, the goaltender for Moon, your number 2 star. Number 1 star really didn't do much until that third period. Luke James with 2 goals. His 10th and 11th on the season put them up 2-1 and sealed it 3-1. Luke James, your number 1 star for Moon with 2 goals.
And that is your Management Science Associates 3 stars of the game. So with the victory, the Tigers now improve to 11-3-1 on the season. They now have 23 points, 1 point out of first place in the Western Conference behind Mars. Hampton falls to 9-6 now in the 2K15-16 regular season, remaining with 18 points, 2 behind Greater Latrobe and 6 behind first place Armstrong in the Eastern Conference. Moon will be right back at it. They'll host Mount Lebanon on Thursday night, and then we'll take on Quaker Valley the following week on January the 21st, the following Thursday. Both of those games will be at the Airport Ice Arena. For Hampton, they'll be back at home on the 19th, next Tuesday. They'll take on Penn Trafford, that is, right here, and then they'll be at Fox Chapel, which will also be right here at the Alpha Ice Complex. That game next Friday night, the 22nd.
Yeah, you look at the schedules. Moon has Mount Lebanon, a little bit of a down year. Quaker Valley, Sharp Valley should be an easy one. Baldwin, North Hills. Not a real tough schedule, but they do wind up with 2 tough games, Bishop Canevin and Mars. So it would behoove them to pile up some points leading into them last 2 games. Hampton on the other side, a lot more games left. They play, as you said, Penn Trafford, Fox Chapel, Armstrong. 3 pretty tough games. Then Norwin, Plum, Greater Latrobe, Hempfield. They've got a tough schedule. Not a tough loss for them because they've got a tough schedule the rest of the way. These are playoff teams, but it's playoff seeding now, and Hampton needs to pile up a few wins to get a better seed. I think Hampton needs to come out and sustain themselves a little bit. They're good early in the periods, but they really didn't play well in the end of the first, end of the third, and all during the second. Got outplayed here on home ice by a pretty good Moon team.
Good game for the Tigers. Tough loss for the Talbots. Both teams will be back at it, though, here later on this week. And make sure you keep it tuned here to the MSA Sports Network. We'll have a wall-to-wall basketball coverage for you on Friday and a whole lot of hockey the rest of the month as well.
Don't forget our counterpower over here helping us out.
Thanks to Jess Leva for the camera work for the viewing audience. Thanks to Mike Azadian for the work on color commentary. And Matt Vandriak saying, hope you enjoyed listening to it and watching it as much as we did. Bringing it to your final score again here from the Alpha Ice Complex in Harmarville. Moon wins over Hampton by the score of 3-1. And you've been listening to 2016 PIHL High School Hockey here on the MSA Sports Network. Good night, everyone.
You have been listening to PIHL High School Hockey on the MSA Sports Network at msasports.net. Sponsored by ProGrass, by First Commonwealth Bank, by Carlow University, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Dunkin' Donuts, by Grove City College, by Dollar Bank, by Erie Insurance and the Charles M. Mills Insurance Agency, and by Management Science Associates. You can follow the 2015-2016 PIHL High School Hockey season every day by logging on to www.msasports.net. The preceding has been a special presentation of the Management Science Associates Sports Network.